Week 2 of the Creator Edition build-off from HPI Racing. Let's take a look at some of the electronics and also some upgrades I picked out for my RS4 Sport 3 Creator Edition. Hey guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and this week we're going to be taking a look at some of the electronics and also some upgrades I chose for my Creator Edition from HPI Racing. Yes, this is the RS4 Sport 3. Now with this, if you haven't familiarized yourself with what the build-off is, this is a just mutual contest between 4 other creators out there in YouTube land, starting with Kyle St. Peter of Photo Guy RC, Greg Vogel of RC Driver, Mark Houlihan of Mustang Monthly Magazine, and finally Chris DeGraff of Hemistorm RC. Now the contest is segmented into 4 weeks, this being week 2, where we're going to be talking about electronics and some upgrades for the chassis kit. As far as upgrades for the chassis, I've only selected 2 here from HPI. Now I'm still a little undecided whether I'm doing a grip car or if I'm doing a drift style car. So I chose a couple items that can kind of go either way. Now the first item right here is a locked front spool. So this will actually give you power transfer to both right and left wheels on the front of this vehicle and give you a pretty good power transfer. Now the next item is front universal drive shafts, which is always nice, especially for the front end of a vehicle, and these things will install quite nicely on that front end. As far as electronics, I chose a Hobbywing setup. This is their midline brushless system, the Easy Run, so this is going to be a sensorless system, and I ended up choosing a 5400 kV, so this thing will definitely be pretty fast, and it's a 540 sized can. Steering and controlling the vehicle, I'm leaving it up to Futaba with the S9372 SV Servo. This thing cranks out at about 0.07 seconds, and the R204 GFE is a antennaless receiver. I'll make that up to my 7PX a little bit later. Other than that, I have my owner's manual ready, I have my MIP tools, I have some Loctite in the far corner, and I have these supplemental bags here that came inside the Creator kit just to get everything installed onto this kit as far as the electronics. Making a pit stop here, we're taking a look at the servo horn that's actually included. Now this is pretty unique. I haven't seen this too often. Servo horn that has a servo saver built into it. So it has a kind of tubular design that goes in. This is a steel servo spline. This is 25 tooth only. That's the only one that's included in this kit. So that'll match up perfectly with my Futaba servo. And then it just has an adjustment right here like you'd see typically on like a bell crank instead of actually on the servo horn. So So I went ahead and installed a 32 tooth pinion on this thing, and it took me just a little while off camera to get this thing set perfectly. So you do have to tweak between these two screws here and then rotation of the actual can to get it to the perfect gear mesh. Definitely spend your time doing it. It's pretty smooth right now, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Just took a few minutes to get this thing all dialed up. All right, making a little pit stop here. Got all of the electronics installed now. Motor, ESC, receiver, got the switch up here. Now, I am gonna order in some additional bullets right here so I can shorten these wires. So I hate having any kind of wire clutter on my build. Well, that's a quick look at all of the installs for this week. Now, I'm gonna wait on those two upgrade items, the universals and also that lock spool for the front. Going to do some other work on this thing that I don't want to let other people know about yet, so I'm going to wait on those two items. So I did install the rear hexes, which also came in the kit. I'm going to wait on the front because obviously if I install the universals, I will have to reinstall and uninstall and reinstall again. So I'm going to wait on those. But otherwise, all the electronics are set up. You may notice I did solder up an XT90 connector. Yes, this does not need an XT90, but that is what I chose to put on here because there might be a different battery choice. We'll have to see about that in the next episode. Well, guys, that is it for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, the second week of the build off of the Creator Edition. I welcome you to check out some of the other creators out there. I'll have links to each one of their channels down in the video description. Well, guys, that is it for now. If you have any comments or questions about some of the items I used in this episode, feel free to post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.
Yep, I made a box for it.